Alright, hi everybody. It's me. I'm back for Friday's stream. So it's gonna be a quiet one. It has been raining a lot, so there is a possibility I could get knocked offline, but it has calmed down a little bit. I recognize that The rain may be picked up by my microphone because when it comes down hard, it is right behind me and it's pretty loud. So that means I probably won't be toggling my mic on and off that much. So please bear with me. I think that the audio levels should be much improved from the last 2 streams. And as long as I don't touch anything, it should be good. So we are going to, let's see, sigh. There we go. I was thinking about finally fixing the horn design because I was working on the comic a few months ago and I got the first page done before I was really fully set on her design. And while I think it can definitely be a little bit different in the comic, I did want to have some consistency. So I will probably be working on that. And as soon as I get that fixed, I'm gonna make an attempt to sort of sketch out the panel design for the second page. But if I get too frustrated with that, we're just gonna go back and work on some other things. So pretty simple plan for today. As always, if there are any technical issues or questions or anything you want to know or ask or comment on, please feel free. I haven't had a lot of time. Haven't had a lot of time this week to really focus on art, so I think this weekend is probably going to be a fairly crazy progress time for me. And I'm not above doing surprise art streams whenever I get used to this. I've only really been trying to stream with this schedule for a week and a half to 2 weeks now. So as I make some progress and I get more used to things, I'll be able to drop in and do more unscheduled streams. But for now, we are just trying to make sure that we show up every week. Let me turned gain up a little bit. That should be fairly good, right? Sounds okay in my monitor, but just let me know. Let's see. I also keep turning my face away. We're gonna try and get me a condenser mic again because I'm using a directional, which means if I look away to draw, it gets a little quieter. All right. So I'm gonna fade this out a bit, turn this off. See if I can remember what brush I was using. I think it's this sketch morph brush that I've been using the whole time. Let me make sure I can actually get a good view of chat this time around. Bear with technical difficulties. Yeah, I gotta make it so that the stream doesn't come in from the bottom. I think that's the problem, the chat. Technical issues to figure out later. No big deal. I've been keeping a little journal after every stream in case something comes up or I, suddenly realize I have something else I need to work on so I don't forget. Because that very first stream, I completely forgot we had a mic issue and I never solved it because I did not write it down. Okay, here we go. Headphones. Putting a big cable in my way. Alright, so... And once I've done an actual character sheet, this won't be such a problem. But I still haven't had time to finish setting up her character sheet. So. That's still a little thick. I haven't saved these brushes. Really should. Once I've actually done like a model where I can do a rotation and have some references, this won't be so freaking hard. I'm not very good with spatial relations in general, so having a good reference for things like this would probably go a long way. You know, old Disney animators used to have like clay figures of their subject on their desk. I guess they still do stuff like that, but probably do me some good to learn from those people. Nah, it looks bad. So I'm gonna have to repair this section just a little bit. Nothing crazy. It's always gonna look real crappy at first, which is why I don't do a lot of early phase streaming. But we're trying to get this comic moving forward, so I still only barely have some vague idea where I want things to go on this next upcoming page, so bit of a challenge. What the heck? My pen's been acting weird lately too, I don't know why. Yes, it's just giving me a hard time. Maybe if I erase the existing stuff first. So yeah, I'm gonna have to repair. I'm just gonna erase it. And this screen tone is actually just a brush setting inside. Or not a brush setting, a layer setting, so replacing that won't be hard. But I did not... I didn't realize I was going to be coming back on this, or I wouldn't have flattened it. So this is going to be a huge pain. Which is probably why I've put off fixing it for so long and just let the comic sit there, because I was like, I don't want to fix that. This is why working on a million things at once can be really challenging, because at some point, if you don't have a lot of hard drive space, you have to start condensing things, or if you're like me, you just start deleting them willy-nilly and then wonder what the heck happened. So, I want... Can I draw this halo? Probably not. It's hard with the stabilizer on. But is it harder with the stabilizer off? Not necessarily. Hate drawing circles. Hate. What a freaking mess. Alright. I'm not going to be able to see these lines very well anyway, so... This is why the undo button is so vital. The stabilizer is throwing off my stroke, but if I slow it down, then my strokes shake. Wow, exciting. Good enough for now. Sheesh. It's gonna be really, 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 really small. Nope, it's really, really bad, actually. Alright, I'm gonna try a special technique. It's called cheating. I think it's probably what I did the first time, too. Okay. Erode. And bring it in. It's not going to be perfect, but Don't get me started. And then break this off. This freaking stabilizer. I love Psy, but it... My goodness. The things you have to do. Still better than Photoshop. Okay. Oop. Yeah, my pen is doing some nonsense. It's part of what is going on, I think. Alright, select inverse. Inverse that down onto that, and then... Wow. This is horrible. Yeah, as soon as I'm done with this halo, I'm probably just gonna give in and go work on the piece I was working on last time, or the time before. Because I am not feeling this right now at all, and that's not gonna make for a very fun stream, so... Too finicky. Too finicky for stream. Hey, Typical Smile, good to see you. It's going. I think I'm gonna have to swap over to open canvas and just get back to the other pic though, so... Sorry, ignore that. My cat's flailing around. You did, Jim Bones. Good to see you. I was trying to fix this halo. I guess I still am, but... It's, proving to be a little tiny bit of a challenge right this very moment. I got a headphone cable catching my pen while I'm trying to draw. I did not anticipate having to wear headphones, but it's raining. So... Alright. I know this is not going to be super riveting, but... What in life really is, you know? Why did I not even draw that? Like, what is wrong with me? Yeah, I'm not feeling this. I'm gonna close this and open up. That's another design I'll show you guys later on. I was not prepared for that one. So we're gonna go into Open Canvas, which is the program that I use whenever I'm doing mix art. And we're gonna open up the latest piece of mix art, which some of you will recognize if you were here the other day. Still needs a lot of work. Let me bring it up. Go see full screen. There we go. And taking a peek at the actual chat. Been trying to solve some issues with chat as well, but I think so far so good. Had a reference here. I'm really excited about the colors on this one so far. Yeah, her face is gonna definitely need a lot of work today. I've had some time to zoom out. Let's see. Get some more red on the face. Yeah. There is a lot of not flattening going on, so let me figure out where this other layer is. hope everybody's week has been good. It was very hot here. But that's pretty standard. Do I want to use an airbrush? It's been a while. There was a time where I relied on airbrushes way too much. So I'm going to try to make sure I don't do that. But it can be good when you're not feeling a good sense of volume on a shape, which is how I'm feeling about her face right now. So I have that right there. Oh, no, I'm not going to go crazy on that. This shadow from the phone. Yeah, I was gonna warn you all, it has been pouring rain, so if you either hear it really loud or I cut off, you'll understand what's happening. It's very nice, but it's not great if you're trying to stream and have a quiet setup. Okay, there's the eyes. That's the... yeah. Okay. And then I can do like... it's a little too pink. Yeah. Just want to get some saturated colors mixed back in here. Because right now she's looking a little washed out. This under eye section is going to be reworked a lot, but you have to set up these shadows. See, there's a layer here somewhere. Is it on the palette? Is that what's going on? It's on the line art? Ah, I see. This needs to come down here. Be so careful with your layers if you're not naming them. I'm really bad about this stuff. I should have really just put it all in one layer. But that's okay. Her neck area will also stand out a lot better once I've got the shadows fixed a little bit. It's about layering. I was gonna try this on a multiply layer, but we might not have to. Yeah, rain is definitely a vibe. And thank you, William. I appreciate it. It's taking a while, but it'll get better. Yeah, I don't necessarily mind rain even being loud, but it's hard when you're trying to control some volume. See if I can get this done. This is kind of a challenge for me, but yeah, the opacity's up way too high. a little bit better. But we do want to get some like overarching blush. Go ahead and bring that in. Zoom out. Be like here-ish and here-ish. Oh, I went too high. And like a little bit there. It's a little uneven, so if I and then make like an airbrush eraser? Nope, that's not right. Hold on. Nope. Why are you being like this with me? Ah. It's supposed to be a soft... There we go. I haven't built my own brushes in so long. Because you don't usually have to. In Sai, you can just set it to erase instead of color. And you can keep whatever brush you're using. It's so much easier. So... Give me a soft eraser. Soft vinyl eraser. Whatever. Good enough. It's so heavy. There. Just needed to soften it a tiny bit. So uneven too, my goodness. Okay. It's a balancing act, isn't it? Alright. That helps a good deal. Soften this out a little bit. Soften that. Okay. Need to stop with the airbrush. It's not being my friend right now. This is not doing what I need it to. Bring this. Cat's falling off of things. She's okay. There, that helps a little bit. Alright, we can move away from this part of the face now. It's not dark enough. Sorry, I moved my face away. Yeah, you guys will learn about my cat later on. She's old, so she gets herself into trouble and she likes to wait until I am otherwise occupied to need me to assist her, so that's why I keep being a little distracted. I'm wondering if I'm gonna have to jump up and help her get uncaught out of something or... some other cat shenanigans. 16. There we go. There is a little bit more pink over here, I think, like, should be. It's this airbrush that's screwing me. Okay. Just put a little there. And like this. But then a rim light like that. Then another rim light like this. Yeah, there we go. That helps a ton. This is going to be a little more yellow on this side to reflect the phone. Instantly a lot better. Now it's not perfect, but it doesn't look as botched. So let's work on, let's see, eyebrows. Is that you over here? No. Guess not. Ah. Yes. Okay. So not too complicated. Oops. Actually hitting the hair proper. I didn't mean to do that. There is definitely space for a shadow here. No, why are you not pointy this time when I need you to be pointy? You're supposed to just do exactly what I need you to do without me thinking about it. Yeah, when they invent a program like that, they'll charge us $1 million a day for it. There we go. I still feel a little bit, what's the word? Flat. Hello, Dylan. Yeah, if you're focusing too hard on, or if I'm focusing too hard on one spot right now, it's because the face pretty much makes or breaks it. As soon as the face is completely, like, ready to my satisfaction, then won't have to worry about it. What is going on? Gotta flatten some of this so I have some idea. Here we go. This is the eye. Just like looking for my sphere of influence. See, is this? Yeah. Not dark enough. Shade under that. That's a little too much. I mean, it still looks flat. Darker then. Like this? Yeah. Wow. is this gonna look like when I set it to multiply? Pretty good. I know I'm always saying don't use blending modes. Blending modes is fine if it's just a quick little thing like dropping a color down and using all of the underlying colors to get your base. Yeah, that pops. So I'm gonna do it same on the other side. Oop, not that far over. Empty out the green spot. That helps a lot. There we go. Saving, sorry, I haven't saved in a while, so it's gonna take a minute. I realized I made the orange in her hair a little bit too dark, so that's probably what else we're gonna need to work on today. I'm gonna move down to the top though because it doesn't have a whole lot of definition. Sorry, one sec, checking something. So what color was I thinking of making this top? Because she's okay. I am kind of feeling the purple. So not this color. Hold on. Something a little more saturated. Yeah. Gosh, I haven't actually worked on clothes in weeks, so this will be nice. Clothes can actually be pretty relaxing to work on if you enjoy the material that they're made of. If you don't enjoy the material they're made of, you're gonna have a way less fun time than you do on anything else. screen. Hope it's the same. Yeah, there we go. Trying to see if I can do a fade on this, and it's already looking really, really bad, so. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Rivaldo. I totally understand. Feel better. It's been like that with me as well. I'm about to lose my mind if she doesn't stop doing it. She was so quiet before I started streaming. If she'd just come over and sit with me, she wouldn't be so fancy. I hate that. She really does want to be on stream too. We're surprised she's not singing. That's usually her go-to. And again, I would absolutely just have the mic muted so you can't pick all that stuff up, but since it's directional and I'm drawing, I'm already struggling with the pen as it is, so can't really turn it off. Sometimes when I start to just get stressed about a piece, I can feel a lot better if I go find like a little detail-y spot and just work on it for a minute. Hmm. There. I need much better brushes than this, but I haven't taken the time to build any in the settings. I just flick the settings on and off. I use like the same brush because it's open canvas and it's not like Photoshop where you can load in a bunch of pretty brushes. Yep, that's not so bad. Probably feels ridiculous to get in on all these little bitty details, but the same reason that it doesn't matter that it looks messy up close, it looks really good from far away. Which is why you can't stress every little thing. Not just because you got a lot more art to do and you can't make everything perfect, because that just mathematically means you're not going to have time to do every little thing that you want, so better to just suck it up and move on. You can always come back later if it really bothers you, which I regularly do. It's awful. Alright, well, according to what I just said a minute ago, even if it looks worse than it did before, just come back and fix it later. I am gonna lighten it a little bit because that looks bad. There. It's all good. Lightening the hair like I said I would. Hide the palette real quick because it's in the way a bit. I do like the orange, but I just don't want it to be quite so dark. Thank you, Lara. There we go. Just a little bit lighter. I can blend it out. Oh no! I did it on the hair layer. Why am I like this? Back, 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 back. How far back can I go? I can't believe this. I have to do this whole thing again. Gonna have to cut that out of the speed paint video too. Is that as far back as it goes? Yeah. All right, we get to undo. I hear the thunder. Once again, just a warning, if for some reason I disappear, it probably means the power went out, but I don't think that will happen. I live next to a really iffy generator, not generator, transistor? My brain just completely died. You know, the thing that pops when it gets struck by lightning and then the power for the whole block goes out. It's that kind of a situation. Okay, take two. Yeah, this is gonna go better than the first time. Oh, I colored over the... I didn't color over the necklace, I moved it down. That's fine. Transformer is definitely the word I was looking for, guys. I knew I was like, that's not. Why am I thinking of a big robot guy when I'm trying to think of an electric box? It's because it was Transformer. But yeah, we have a transformer by our house that even if it's not necessarily that bad weather, for some reason, it's just really iffy. And so sometimes the lightning will strike real hard and the ground will shake and the transformer will blow and the power will go out. Even if, like, the rest of the neighborhood is otherwise not affected, it's more of a. It's kind of random. You don't know whether it's going to happen or not because it doesn't really matter how bad the weather is. It just matters if you get heavy, shaky lightning strikes. Flipping group. I need to do some color theory practice soon. I haven't been doing any kind of practice. I think it'd probably be easier for me to concentrate on talking to chat and doing art if I would do some ding dang old color theory practice. Make it more of a mental automatic reflex thing than something I have to think about, you know? But either way, you show up, you do some work, eventually it's gonna turn into progress. Eventually. I still don't even know what mix I'm gonna use with this art. This is the first time that I'm doing it backwards. But we do have a lot of cool new ideas coming in, so hopefully the rest of this year we'll have some good stuff. Whoop. I always do that. And this thing's gonna have like a fishnet pattern on it, but I am not feeling that right now. I can tell you that for free. This is a little bit pillowy. Just lazy pillow shading for now, but I have to build it up. Yes, I do. I do all my line art in Paint Tool Sai right now because I have. Hold on, I'll show you after it's done saving. I have a brush that I call the morph brush. I guess because of whoever I originally got the design from for the settings. And I adore it, and I think I could probably set it up in this program, Open Canvas, but this program is so frustrating to use, and the only reason why I'm using it now is because I use it for recording my mixes because, like I said, it saves every stroke, and then it'll just play it back for you, so you don't have to remember to hit any buttons or, set anything to record. And the only thing is, like, actually using it it's much more limited, which is why my brushes are like hard brushes with opacity, and there's no blending. You have to blend everything yourself, so that's why it's taking so long. That's not right. Yeah, it just ruined all the shape that I had. There we go. Alright, I gotta quit pussyfooting around and work on the hair. Hmm. I'm just gonna repaint the shine later because that's what's stopping me from finishing this quickly. Because I have to go over it again. This is why you just have a plan from the beginning, and if you mess it up, just start over. Don't try to half redo it. This is garbo. I've been using Psy all week, so I'm so used to having blending, and going back and forth is very difficult. Might have to eventually retire this program or come to it completely and not use anything else. This is absolutely killing me. Do I want to cheat? Is it going to be easier to cheat? No, I really don't think it will. Okay. I think I'm being overly complex about it. I don't think it's really that big of a deal. There we go. A little more survivable. Sorry to zone out and just paint. Hey, Drunken Robot, so good to see you, man. Awesome. It's been a super quiet one. I can't promise anything super exciting, but I am conquering braids finally, so that's good. Well, conquering is a strong word, but getting there. It is Friday though, that's good. One of the reasons why I've wanted to do this routine is so that I can get excited about Friday along with everyone else. Because officially, weekends do kind of mean I can take a break if I want to. Although, I've been so running around all week, I probably will do some art this weekend. Do I want overlay instead? Or color dodge? Is that too bright? That's not good enough. Really? actually pretty good. Okay. Well, that actually proves that this was not a good move. Hold on. It's not very bright. What if I make it a little brighter? Bill? That ought to do it. Oh, I can hear the rain picking up for sure. You'll see the background finish soon, hopefully. I'm just working on the hair right now. I did kind of a boo-boo and I was working on fixing it. So rain's picking up. If I get kicked off, sorry in advance. Power should stay stable, but I can hear it coming in on my microphone. So again, apologies for that too, because I literally can't turn that off. It's so loud here in my actual apartment. It's nice, actually, but it's just funny to suffer with no AC only for a storm to come along and kind of make all that mood anyway. Unexpected ASMR. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a good thing. Okay, if you can't hear it at all, that's good. It's just, I can hear it over my monitor, but if you weren't listening for it, you might not have known the difference. That's good either way, as long as it's not like drowning me out or being too annoying. Hmm. Anyway, I'm sorry to be so quiet today. Normally I would be more talkative, but I'm a little worn out and the rain has been stressing me out just as far as like the noise and distractions. I'm really sensitive. I'm going to keep saying this a lot, but you'd be amazed how much just really loud pounding rain can actually stop me from being able to concentrate on tasks like painting, so. And I have headphones, but those are physically uncomfortable. So sometimes it's just a back and forth just trying to get comfortable. This ended up being a pretty big mess, but I think I can clean it up okay. Oh, why am I erasing? Oops. Put on some less depressing music. How about that? It might bring up the mood a little bit. It's probably why I'm dragging all over the place. Wait, what am I doing? I had a whole thing set up here at the top to cover this up. The speed paint of this is going to be just awful. I'm going to have to edit it a lot. But that's okay. Ooh, big thunder. She doesn't look like she's that far from done, but she's actually still pretty far from done. And we have 30 minutes left in the stream, but don't think that's gonna be enough time, but that's okay. I have a really bright pop of yellow on this phone. Just right here. Not crazy though. Damn it! Oh, I didn't have the setting on. Very confusing. Okay, maybe that's an ugly yellow. Never mind, never mind, never mind. It's an ugly yellow. This is... Obviously needs something, but maybe I'm just overworking it. Shut it. Happy Friday. Hello, Westfilfe. We did our inaugural attempt at Wednesday movie day, but it was just me and Sleepy Co, and she couldn't stay for the whole movie, so I'll probably do 13 going on 30 again next time. I'm just gonna keep having those, by the way. It's not, nobody's obligated to show up, but they're gonna be there in case you do want to show up. That's the point. Even I'm like probably not gonna feel feel up to it a lot of the time. I getcha. I've also still gotta set up the notifications, and I haven't done that yet, so that's my bad that no one's really had any idea, but I think it's also because I'm secretly aware that it's gonna suck, so I'm still trying to like finish setting things up. There you go. Face stuff? Get a little 3D. I don't think I've ever really done this style before, at least in the face. Oh, sorry the audio levels were quiet. I feel like I've got it cranked up pretty high, but I will check that over on the VOD again until I get a non directional mic. Art streams are gonna have that issue. I did notice I had less of an issue on my gaming stream because everything was pretty much set the same way the whole time and I wasn't moving my head around. But noted. I was thinking about watching Bring It On in the Wednesday stream. We've got a whole bunch of options there. We could probably go for a couple of months without running out of movies. Here, I'm turning my gain up just a little bit more because I mean it's blowing my ears out, but I'm not an audio person and I gotta have somebody come through and check it for me. I think for now I'm gonna put this down and work on the sticker design that I've been sitting on for 6 months. Cause I got like 25 more minutes left. And my eyes are going crossed from working on this one, so one moment while we switch programs. Where is it? Sigh. There you are. Which one is it? This one? This is the one that doesn't have the coloring. So this is a sticker design that I've been working on for a couple months. It's nothing crazy or super original. But I think when I went through my project folder, I accidentally merged the project file, so the lines and the colors are saved together, which is no bueno. But I might still be able to do something with it, so I was thinking about coloring it. Since this is Psy, I'll have a much easier time, because, like, you got your watercolor brushes, you got your clipping groups. Do a select all here. Stickers and merch and stuff is things that I'm thinking about, but I'm very conscientious about trying to get people to buy things they don't need. So it'll only ever be stuff that I find useful. Pink Shadow's a little closer, but not quite right. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's the color. Hmm. Yeah, I like purple shadows. Thank you. That's Lily's sort of crownish crownish halo that she hasn't had in a while because it's hard to draw and I need to get a final character sheet done. Because I'm just going to keep fumbling it until I have it set in stone. Yeah, I like this color. Stickers really do bring joy. I actually have a vinyl sticker album that I keep my sticker collection in because while I don't have a lot of children in my life, if I'm ever around them, I bring it with me because the cool thing about a vinyl sticker album is you can keep your stickers in there and then still reuse them, like put them back as long as they're always put on vinyl. So if I ever see a kid that's having a bad day, they can pick a sticker out of my book. It's not a lot, but I know it would have cheered me up. There's something fun about letting them pick through it and find something they want, and knowing that I held on to it for good reason. Serves a dual purpose. I get to collect stickers and hoard them, and then If anybody ever wants one, I'm never have a problem with giving it away. So stickers are something I feel pretty strongly about. I like stickers. I can do one of those. But on the plus side, we do seem to have figured out the static issue. My interface is still having some problems though. My headset will just stop working and I have to reach into the back of the USB and unplug it and plug it back in. I'm working with all kinds of gear. There we go. Hey Dopey, I see you in the actual chat. Still don't see you in the YouTube chat, but I see you on my screen this time, so I'm aware that you're here. Sometimes YouTube decides that our comments don't get to come through, and it's very frustrating. I've been there before, but I see you. Hi, good evening. Glad you made it. We are just working on a random sticker design after I put about an hour into the new mix art. Having a little bit of a slow art day, but I think that's a good lesson for me to end up sharing with everybody. Is there's going to be days where you are not feeling it. I have that a lot. Just have to figure out what can I do without tearing out my own eyeballs or pulling my ears off. And if the answer to that is anything, then you're in good shape. And if you don't have an answer, then just grin and bear it for the next 2 hours until people leave and get fed up with you. I'm kidding. I do need to work on this comic though. I promise next art stream I will have plenty of options and things that'll be interesting to watch. Planned out. The week just flew by. I didn't have any time to think about what I was gonna do. But I have been doing a lot of stuff on the side. You guys haven't seen. I'm not up to nothing over here. I've got a BTube like full 3D puppet almost completely ready, and it's not the cat one. I've been working on the side. I don't know if she'll be ready by next week. I'm hoping that she will be. But I'm keeping that one top secret till it's completely ready, and then I'll show you guys the files. But right now she looks hella janky, and if I tried to use her, I would feel very self-conscious because it would show that I'm still learning as a puppet creator, you know? So we're gonna make this not multiply now. Wait, no, it is multiply. Okay, sure. There we go. This design is supposed to be about making sure that you know that your art is important to the world. That's the message. Yeah, I know it's rough. I had a hard time and I finally had to completely amend how I interact on YouTube. And it even messes with my own, like, comments on my own page sometimes. It's so frustrating. Nee, that's not right. As soon as I get back to Paint Tool Sai, you guys see me making mistakes because I get complacent, but it's easier to feel your way out if you can just paint and see what happens. Oh, that's wrong. Incorrect. It's been a long time since I painted wings too. I can't multi-stream for a while. Like I said, I don't have a machine that can handle it. I'm gonna have to have an internet that can handle streaming to two places at once, and then a computer that can handle it. And I'm already barely able to handle one. So right now, I'm exclusively on YouTube on Fridays, and I'm exclusively on Twitch on Mondays. And I'm working on fixing it, but I literally don't have another option right now. I'm sorry. I tried to figure it out, and it was pretty overwhelming. Like everywhere on the internet was like, don't even bother if you don't have a good setup. And I clearly don't have a good setup. But I am gonna have to set up a VOD channel because these things aren't gonna stay up forever, and I don't wanna spam my YouTube channel with VODs from a gaming channel if they're not into that. I don't know how people tend to handle that stuff though. Maybe they'll be fine with it. Yeah, it's 2 to 4. It's right now the time that I'm doing everything on is 2 to 4 Central Time. And the Wednesday thing I keep mentioning with Discord was at 1, but I think I'm also going to do that at 2. So for anybody else listening about that. Yeah, exact same time. Next Monday, Twitch. And then Friday after that, here for art. Oops, I lost my color. Let's I should draw wings more. Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo the artwork, the line work for this. Or not redo it, but lift it somehow since it got chomped onto the original colors by accident. Fun, huh? There, sorry. We have 7 minutes left till the end of the stream. So if there's any requests for what you guys want me to work on next time, please let me know. I definitely am gonna have work ready on the webcomic. Let me bring that back up now. Since beginning of the stream, I started reworking her horns because I don't like this design. So I'll try and get that fixed, and then next week we'll work on the actual page, the next page, because it's time, and I've got it scripted now, so there's nothing really holding me back. And maybe by then I'll actually have my new full 3D V2 puppet ready. Yeah, see, these are the original horns, and I just don't like them. I mean, I like them, but it's not the design I ended up going with, so we're gonna have to fix it before we continue on. A little flying toaster Easter egg there. I definitely have a new mix coming soon, ASAP. It's just been, life has been absolutely choosing what I spend my time on without me having a whole lot of input. But I really appreciate everybody coming. Like, again, one person is enough. One view is enough. It is more than I could ever ask for, that people care to come and say hi and be around. And yeah, Dopey, if you ever catch me on Twitch, obviously I'll be able to spot you. I'm sure they don't have such dumb systems over there. So this weekend is gonna be artful for me, but I hope everybody else takes a nice break. I hadn't been able to get as much done as I wanted to this week, just from all the social things. I had D&D this week too, so had a lot to catch up on, and also the rain. Does anybody, let's see. I was gonna say, yeah, I know you've been busy. I've just got I've had a lot of things that people haven't seen that I've been working on that I'm about to drop all in a row. I mean, including your puppet, Sleepy Co. So, I mean, I'm not gonna drop it, but it's getting a lot closer. Yeah, art, work, D&D, sleep, forget to eat, repeat. Oh, well, I wish them the best. My D&D crew was pretty sparse yesterday. We've got people having kids and having all kinds of other things going on. And I do have another game next week on the 7th, but one game a week isn't too bad. It is like 4 hours usually, though. But it's on Discord, so you don't even have to put special clothes on. Why'd I say special clothes? Because I live in pajamas, and to me all other clothes are special clothes. Probably. I hope everybody's well, sincerely. I could be better, but not in any kind of way that I would complain about. I'm just really grateful to have everything that I have and trying to put my nose to the grindstone, you know. But until then, I appreciate everybody coming out. All the hard work getting stream stuff set up has already been done. I'll check and see the volume levels this time, see if I can't make sure that they're right. As always, literally anybody needs anything at any time, come grab me on the Discord. And so next event is going to be Monday, Twitch stream. Same time, different place, over on Twitch, till I figure out how to multi-stream. Probably going to be playing Project Zomboid again. Because that literally made build is probably not long for this world. I noticed at the end of the VOD when I was starting to get tired, I started making all kinds of hilarious mistakes, like standing around my base at the helicopter event and fighting zombies when I was already extremely tired. So we will do better next time. You're welcome. Thank you guys, everybody. You have my blessing to continue on with your day and have a good one. Don't take any crap. I promise you deserve all the world. I appreciate you guys so much. I will see you again very soon. We're going to keep these streams consistent. Bye-bye. Please be well. Take care of yourself. Be safe. All that obvious good stuff. But when I say it, I really mean it. Like, be careful. You know, don't get yourself into trouble because I care about you. All right, guys, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. I will definitely see you many times next week. Catch on the flippity flip. Bye, everybody.